What's going on, everybody? Z here. Welcome back. Today we are taking a look at, surprisingly, another DLC for Astroneer. I'm super excited. This is called the Megatech DLC. There's a teaser trailer. I'll have a link down below if you want to check it out for yourself. We're going to look at it. We're going to break it down. And honestly, by the sound of it, Megatech, the largest DLC ever for Astroneer. It could be like the largest update, the largest content period for Astroneer. Literally the largest, you know what I'm saying? Megatech. I don't know what to expect. This is all I've watched so far. This is all I've seen. I can obviously see the giant room, the giant building. This looks sick. I'm excited. Let's get into this. If you guys enjoy, please leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, because obviously we're going to be checking this out once it comes out. Let's hop in. Ooh. Let's just watch the whole thing first. Is that an observatory? A space station of an asteroid of some sort? What are these? What is that? What is that? Astroneer Megatech. New paid DLC and major free update coming in November 2020. That's it. That's all we get. We get 35 seconds of teaser. Oh my gosh. Okay. So let's go back here and let's check this out, shall we? You know what? Let's actually go ahead. I'm just gonna do this. We're gonna throw this on a loop and let's just break this down. Okay, so these large wind turbines back here in the back, I don't know if those are in the game yet. Like I said, we're kind of working through our playthrough, getting caught up on everything. I don't think these large, like these extra large ones are part of the update or part of the game currently. I think that's gonna be this update stuff. So I'm very excited about that. This building, this structure right here, obviously looks like some kind of biodome building. There's things on it. There's a platform inside, and it looks like there's another platform in there as well. There's also like a little buggy area, which looks pretty cool. Like this looks like a main hub of operations, you know? This looks so cool. I'm so excited for this. All right. And then also, let's just keep going here. We've got a 3-platform rocket ship area launch pad, a multi-launch pad, and it looks like they have rail connections built in, which is really cool because hold on. I'm like, okay, so we have this and the rail connections are built in. All right. There's a reason I'm excited for that. So obviously we have the ability to pick and choose where we want to go. However, hold on, let me back up just a hair here because it says manual launch. So unload shuttle loading mode, shuttle automation mode, and shuttle destination. So there's going to be 3 options. It looks like per landing pad. Shuttle loading mode. You can change the loading mode. You want to unload or load. And then there's shuttle automation mode, which I'm going to guess is enabled or disabled. And then the location that you want the shuttle to go. Oh, this is exciting. Okay, so we have an observatory here. It looks like there's some slots down here on the bottom of it. And there's also like what looks to be like a really large canister of sorts. Maybe it's not an observatory. Maybe it's like a large refining something. Like maybe it's like some industrial thing. Because it looks like there's like definitely equipment here. It looks like an observatory just because of the general shape here. That looks super cool. I don't exactly know what that is. This kind of looks like a canister though. Or like you could throw a canister there. Okay, I don't even know what this is. Like, obviously, this is some kind of like space station, like asteroid mining station here. This I'm actually really curious about. I'm gonna look at the Steam page. I'm gonna see if there's a Steam page that explains any information about this update. But I'm curious about this because this makes me wonder if this is like a whole separate thing for the game. And like, is this going to be, because it's a DLC. The last DLC we got was basically a whole separate kind of little story. It's a little side story thing where you went and did everything and then came back and stuff like that. So I'm kind of curious if this is going to be like another, like open a portal, go over here, do the separate thing away from your main save. I'm hoping that these like mega structures and stuff like that, like this stuff, I'm hoping that's part of like the regular saves, but I don't know. But like specifically this area, because we don't have anything right now that we could hook onto that looks like this. So like they would have to add that. And they've kind of stated in the past that they can't really add anything to the current solar system. So I'm curious, like I said, if this is gonna be a separate thing, this is gonna be like a whole, you know, mining DLC kind of thing. Looks super cool. We've got some automation here. How do these have power? Oh, there's a little RTG there. And there's a little RTG right here on the other side of this one. Okay, but what is this? What is this thing? I'm curious if that has to do with these. Okay. So this is what I was really... Okay, all right. We're speculating. We're speculation mode. This is going to be the resource canister that's going to send stuff to your shuttles. So that whole shuttle automation, I'm wondering if you can automate resources from other planets back to wherever you want. So let's say your main base is on Sylvia, right? Which, you know what's funny is I was actually going to say Terran, because I thought, didn't the name used to be Terran? I'm almost positive it was, like, a long time ago. Sylvia, let's say your main base is on Sylvia, right? And you need resources from other planets, and there's a lot more common on other planets, or it's just on other planets, period, and not available there. So are you going to be able to set up automation from other planets going back to your main base on Sylvia or wherever your main base is at? That is what I'm thinking that the combination of this stuff is. This looks like it would maybe deliver it locally to your shuttle area, and then your shuttle area would act as the, you know, interplanetary hub going from planet to planet, and this would be like, you know, planetary stuff where it moves, you know, from like this side of the planet to the other side of the planet, which I'm also curious if that's what this thing is for. Because you'll notice we have an extractor here, we have an extractor here, and then this mysterious object, which I'm wondering if it's the other part of that drone. This thing is saying, hey, come here and collect these resources nearby, and then come here and drop it off. You know what I'm saying? Like different, the different steps of a collection. You have your, you know, immediate area collection, larger area like planetary collection, and then the interplanetary collection and distribution and stuff like that. So that's what I'm curious. This is super cool. This looks really cool because this looks like one of the moons. This looks like one of the moons, but I'm not 100% sure. This right here. Okay. So this is what I'm curious about. Let's see. Can we see where we're standing here? Like when they first, it almost looks like we're standing on Calidor. Could they actually be adding another planet? Could they be adding like an asteroid into the map? No way. I don't know. Again, I feel like this is going to be a whole separate little instanced thing, kind of like how Glitchwalkers was. But like, I mean, this almost looks like Calidor. Again, I could be wrong. Maybe this is a moon. Could this be like a moon thing? Could you possibly do this to all the moons in the game? Oh my God, I have no idea. Like, does Calidor have a moon? I can't remember if Calidor has a moon. It's been, we're getting back into Astroneer. It's been a while. So like, you know, my memories are foggy, especially from, because I've played it since, you know, the very early days. So like, I remember things being there, then not being there, then being there. So this looks really cool. And obviously we can see the shuttles going back and forth. Astroneer Megatech. So it looks like there's going to be a new paid DLC and a major free update. So I would have to guess that this right here, what you're looking at, this giant asteroid mining system thing, this is going to be the paid part. I would guess that this is the paid part. And like these things right here, this is going to be like the free stuff, which that's what I would guess. I don't know. I'm like so excited for this. This looks really cool. Because this looks like Glacio. This is Sylvia, Terran. This is what I'm saying. Like this, I'm not familiar here. It could be a moon. It could be, or it could be a whole separate instance. I don't know. There's also some stuff back over here in the distance. What are those? What's over there, huh? What you hiding over there? What's just beyond the ridge? There's something over there. I don't know what it is. I'm not familiar with those. I guess it could, you know what? It could just be more of these. Kind of. Yeah, it's kind of what it looks like. Well, not really. I don't know. I don't know what this is. Like I said, I think it has to do with these. This looks so cool. Megatech. I'm like so excited. I am so excited for this. We picked the absolute best time to be getting back into this. I had no idea this was coming up. Like if for some reason, like I just started making Astroneer videos again, basically last week, right? And like, I had no idea this was coming. So like, I wasn't preparing for anything by any means, which actually it looks, I'm going to be honest. It looks like that. What is this? Hold on a second. Is this a different planet? What are these flowers right here? These, do you see these glowing flowers right here, right on the corner, right when we enter? What are those glowing flowers? Those could be in the game. Those could have been added because I know they changed some resources and they made some things look a little bit shinier, a little bit fancier. Leave a comment. Let me know. Is that? Because I would guess by looking. Again, I don't know. I would guess by looking at this would be Visania. But the terrain type doesn't look like Visania because there's not pop coral stuff on the surface of Visania. There's not. This looks like a moon. The way it looks like a moon because of the size. So walking over this and cresting this, you know, being able to see the curvature already, this makes me think this is a moon. I have no idea. Also, I just realized that this giant building, there's that thing in the middle. There's definitely a thing right there. That looks like a battery bank. That looks like a giant battery. Like if I had to guess that this thing is going to fill up with power and it's going to be like a giant battery. Oh my gosh. There's so many cool, exciting things here. I'm so excited for all of this. This looks like Glacio. It is Glacio. This has got to be Glacio. Like the terrain type's the same. We've got hematite over here, iron, whatever. We have, yeah, this is definitely Glacio. So this is showing in the main game for sure. This is obviously Silva. Without a doubt. So like whatever this is, maybe this is, I don't know. This, don't know. I don't know if is there anything else here that I'm looking at? We've got the shuttle. We have some random packages over here, probably just for looksies or whatever. We've got this rover right here, this buggy with the crane arm on it. Is the crane arm still in Astroneer? How come I feel like they got rid of that? Or maybe we didn't end up using it. I remember using the crane arm for stuff, but I don't remember ever recently using it. That's what it looks like. It looks like the crane arm because I remember we would put the drill on it, you know, and then we'd drive around the drill and you could grind stuff up and stuff like that. Because that was back before, I believe that was before there was a buggy that you could put a drill in the front of. This is a long time ago though. I could be wrong. Well, I'd have to go back and check my videos. But that looks like the crane. This looks really cool. There it is, Astroneer Megatech. I'm so excited. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Leave your conspiracies in the comments. I'm curious. I want to know. Also, let's check the Steam page real quick before we do anything else, before we head out of here. Oh my gosh, they have wallpapers. There's wallpapers in the Steam thing. This looks so sick. Oh my gosh. This looks so cool. Oh, the biodome thing like opens up. Okay, I don't know if that actually happens or not, but look at the top of it. It looks like it opens up and there's like a whole garden in there. Oh my gosh. I'm legit so excited for this. I'm like so excited for this. Okay, hold on. This is going to be my wallpaper. I love my wallpaper now. I really do. It's absolutely gorgeous, but like this is super cool. Okay, so the Astroneer Megatech Steam thing, our second major DLC for Astroneer, is scheduled to be released in November of this year. It brings big changes to the game, unlock the ability to build massive megastructure projects that will test your base building skills through the use of both new and existing technology. Harness the power of Megatech to take base building and automation to a whole new level. This DLC will be completely compatible with existing saves and builds off of any progress you've already made in game. So feel free to start fresh or load up your existing saves and start building. In addition, this DLC will be released alongside a free update for all players. The free update will include new items and the ability to create a megastructure that will allow automated interplanetary transportation. Kudos to those who guessed correctly. This means moving resources and technology between planets while you sit pretty and play with your favorite galastropod. We'll share more details in the future, but meantime, you can already wishlist it. So this is super cool. Okay, so it does say this DLC will be completely compatible with existing saves and build off of any progress you've already made. So that could be, like I said, one of two things. It could, like I said, adding the content to your existing worlds and stuff like that, or it could be, like I said, kind of like glitchwalkers where, like, you know, there's a certain part of it where you have to like go and participate. Like I said, the whole asteroid looking mining thing, I wouldn't be surprised if that was a separate instance thing, but it could be not. It could not be, and that would be amazing too. I'm excited either way. A new development partner continuing to develop Astroneer in parallel to a brand new game releasing A new DLC expansion while in development for Starseeker is still ongoing. You might be asking yourself how we managed it all. We're still a smallish, scrappy team after all. Well, this is because we're getting some help. Our co-development partners are called Red Kite Games, and they're good people who are good at what they do. You might have already been familiar with at least one of the many other games they've helped co-develop, such as Fall Guys and 2 Point Hospital. But they've been hugely influential in allowing us to develop Megatech and more. 2 Point Hospital is a blast. Love 2 Point Hospital. So that's exciting. Fall Guys, I obviously didn't hop in on that trend. Very cool though. We call this out for the sake of transparency and crediting their work accordingly. So please show them some love too once you get to try out some of this new content. What's the release date for Astroneer Megatech? November 2025. We'll narrow this down once we get closer to release. Will existing game save be compatible with Megatech? Yes. Will any free content be released with the Megatech DLC? Yes. A free content update will be released alongside the paid DLC. We'll break this down in details over later. How far into the game should I progress before starting the Megatech DLC? You can access the Megatech DLC as soon as you start a new game. That said, the majority of this new content will be most relevant to players who have already advanced a fair bit into the tech tree. It's gonna be top tier stuff, probably. That's what I would guess. I would guess it's going to be final tier stuff. So this is very cool. This is super cool. I'm super excited. Very neat. But yeah, there you go. There it is. There's the new Megatech stuff. This screen looks really cool. Like I said, this is on Steam. You can get your screenshot there. But leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I'm so excited for it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually kind of curious too, because they said developing Astroneer and Starseeker alongside in parallel. So I was under the impression that Astroneer, like once Starseeker came out, I thought Astroneer was going to be kind of like done. You know what I mean? Like that was going to be the end of that, and then like boom, Starseeker was going to be essentially, you know, not necessarily Astroneer 2, but like the continuation of the game and the franchise and the IP. So I'm curious to see if they're going to continue Astroneer in that path, or if, you know what I mean? So that'll be cool. It says they're doing both of them together, which is kind of cool as well. But leave your comments. I'm so excited. There's a lot of stuff that I want to check out for sure, and we will be checking it out for sure as soon as we can. But, you know, I guess that's November. But thanks again for coming out. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.